Right, so brief introduction to myself. My name is Ron Begley. I am the New England Territory Manager for Synergy Reps. I do have 3+ years of growing the HVACR industry in the New England Territory. I do manage all 6 states in New England. I do have previous sales and marketing experience, as well as working as a chimney technician. We do encourage you guys to follow our Facebook page and our YouTube page. We're always pumping out new content on there and sharing little things with our products, both on Ultravation and some of the other products that we do represent. Scott is our consultant for New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and upstate New York. If you look at that picture there, that is the other end of what Scott's actually looking at. You will see that he has a pretty cool setup there. He is recording what we are doing here today too, that will be available in the future for you guys to go back and listen to. He does have over 7 years of impacting the HVACR industry with 20+ years in sales, marketing, training, leadership, and coaching for success. He does have passion in mountain biking, skiing, podcasting, all things health, wellness, and adrenaline. He is a modern day Renaissance man, if you will, and he does pump out a lot of our Facebook and YouTube content as well. So today on the agenda, we are going to look to define IAQ technology. We are going to understand UVC versus UVGI. We are going to look at ASHRAE's recommendations. We are going to look at product recommendations in adherence to ASHRAE, and we are going to differentiate from the competition as well. Go ahead and jump to the next slide. So we are going to look into residential very briefly. I understand that everybody on here is primarily focused on commercial, but like I said, you are going to run into some situations where we are probably going to recommend a residential product for commercial. So we just wanted to give you an idea of a layout in a residential situation so you kind of get an idea of how IAQ works. So if you look at the top right picture there, you're going to see our ionization product, and we're going to get into each of these technologies and these products individually as well and go a little bit more in depth. So first we're going to look at our Orion product. That is our ionization product, and ionization electrically charges particles, basically clumps them up and allows those particles to be caught in the air filter better. So they're basically enhancing your air filter. Next, we're going to look at the coils there. You'll see over the coils, you'll see the UVC lamps. That's going to disinfect the surface of those coils. UVC lamps, anything that they're shined on is going to inhibit growth. Next, we're going to look at the airstream. You're going to see one of our UVC products in the airstream purifying the air. That is a whole house setup for a residential situation. So next, we're going to jump to the next slide. So now we want to define our common IAQ technologies. We're going to look at UVGI, we're going to look at PCO, and we're going to look at ionization. We're going to focus heavily on UVGI today. So I want you guys to really get a great understanding of what UVGI is. So UVGI is ultraviolet germicidal irradiation. It is a disinfection method that uses short wavelength light, UVC, to kill or inactivate microorganisms. This occurs by destroying nucleic acids and disrupting their DNA, leaving them unable to perform vital cellular functions. Now, UVGI is only found in UVC lamps. Next, we're going to look at PCO. PCO is photocatalytic oxidation. It is a very powerful process that combines UVC irradiation with a substance, catalyst, titanium dioxide, TiO2. This catalyst effect results in a reaction that breaks apart the cellular structure of pollutants. So Scott's going to bring up a video here, and it's going to give you a visual representation of one of our products using PCO.
Here's how it works. The UV Photomix Advanced Oxidation Module is coated with an exclusive titanium dioxide formulation. When UV light is applied to the surface, the titanium dioxide coating becomes energized, causing it to release electrons. The electrons then combine with oxygen to create what are known as superoxides. The titanium dioxide then collects replacement electrons from moisture in the air to become charged particles known as hydroxyl radicals. Together with the superoxides, a powerful photocatalytic oxidation, or PCO field, is created. As odors, germs, mold, and other VOC organic molecules approach the PCO field, they are disassembled as the oxidizers pull electrons from them. The purification process is completed, with the remaining molecules recombining to form simple water vapor and trace amounts of carbon dioxide. Ultravation's advanced oxidation process.
So basically when these PCO modules are mixed with UVC, they are killing bacteria and viruses as well. And this is really going to come in handy when you're trying to kill household odors and smells. People that smoke, people that have pets that are really have that kind of nasty smell in their house that they're trying to get rid of, PCO is going to be a great technology to get rid of that. Next, we're going to look at ionization. Ionization electrically charges air molecules by generating negative ions using electricity and discharging them. These negative ions attach to positively charged particles and triggers a bond to create denser particles. So Scott's going to bring up a video. This is going to give us a visual representation of what's going to happen when you're using ionization. So this is our Orion product working. We also have ionization in our other product called the Solaris. So bacteria, viruses, allergens, mold, these things are all being clumped up and allowing your air filter to be able to catch these. So whether you have a cheapo filter that you bought at your local hardware store, or you're using a really nice MERV 11 or MERV 13 filter, it's going to make that filter an enhanced version of that filter. So we're going to go ahead and jump to the next slide. So ASHRAE's position, and this is our biggest takeaway, is UVGI and ASHRAE's position. So in ASHRAE's handbook, ASHRAE recommends that you use UVGI technology to treat the airstream and to treat surfaces to kill bacteria and viruses. We do have this link that we can send you in a follow-up email. We don't want to open it right now and read the whole thing because it would take a while, but we do encourage you guys to read this and understand that this is their position, this is their recommendation. And again, UVGI is only found in UVC lamps. So that is really our big takeaway, and that's what we're really pushing with our products, is that you use UVC lamps that produce UVGI technology. So next we're going to look at understanding UVC energy. So if you look at the chart on the left there that says ultraviolet light, we're going to look at UVC in conjunction with UVB and UVA. If you look at the UVC, you'll see that it is the most concentrated energy packet that is found in the UV spectrum. It is also the most destructive packet of energy that does not reflect or refract nearly at all. It is the most dangerous form of the ultraviolet light as well. The UVC energy renders microorganisms lifeless in a fraction of a second. So it is extremely dangerous, but it's also extremely effective as well. So if we're looking at the purple circles at the bottom there, we'll kind of focus there in the middle. It's almost a silver circle there. That's going to show the effectiveness of a UVC lamp the closer it is to a surface. The further away from a surface it gets, it starts to dissipate very rapidly. So we want to make sure when we're trying to solve for particular viruses and bacteria, we recommend the proper amount of UVC lamps to cover the coils or the airstream. So we'll go ahead and jump to the next. So just to put it in real simplistic terms, we want to really drive home UVC. So UVC is the lamp type and is also part of the electromagnetic UV spectrum. UVGI is the technology / the tool that is generated by using a UVC lamp to sterilize / neutralize pollutants. UVC lamps used directly on the coil performs UVGI on the coil. UVC lamps installed in the airstream by themselves do UVGI in the airstream. UVC lamps in an upper room unit do UVGI in an upper room application, which we'll get into what an upper room is here eventually as well. UVC lamps used in combination with titanium dioxide coated products for PCO do UVGI in the Airstream plus PCO. So it is fair to say any of the products with UVC lamps do UVGI in addition to other technologies that UVGI may be combined with. So go ahead and jump to the next. So next we're going to understand our T3 class versus a typical UV lamp. So you do get 40% more energy with our patented T3 class lamp. So if you look at the bottom chart there, you'll see that a typical UV lamp does about 60% efficiency. Then you'll look up to the green dot above that and you'll see that Ultravation's patented T3 lamp does 100% efficiency. We do sell the typical UV lamps. You won't have to worry about that if you're only doing commercial, and a lot of our higher end residential only does the T3 enhanced lamps, but they do give you the option on some of our residential products to do the regular UV lamps if you choose to. But I typically push people to do the T3 lamps because you do get that 40% more energy, and you also get a 2-year lamp life with the T3 bulb as well. So it is protected from moisture and debris. It does lower your overall electrical costs thanks to the installation process, and it does allow for higher levels of UV disinfection as well. So go ahead and jump to the next. Coil and Airstream UVGI efficiency. So this is going to be really big for commercial settings here. So we're looking at this chart. This is an optimal situation when we go into a commercial setting, and even for a residential setting, when we are looking to solve for a particular type of virus or bacteria. So if we're looking at this chart, the blue part of this chart represents bacteria and surface level disinfection, so treating the coils. The green part of this chart represents viruses and treating the airstream. So say for instance, you're trying to treat for the ecovirus. If you only treat the coils and you want a 99% efficiency rate, if you only treat the coils, you're only going to be able to get a 23.92% efficiency by just treating the coils. So you need to treat the coils, and if you want to hit that 99% plus, you need to treat the airstream as well. So we always have to ask when we're going into a situation, are you trying to solve for a particular type of virus or bacteria, and what is the efficiency that you're trying to solve for? We do have a three-tier efficiency that we ask that you fill out, so you can either do a standard, medium, or high efficiency. I believe a standard is 60 to 65, medium I believe is around 80, and then a high is 90 plus. So we'll go ahead and jump to the next slide. These are our residential solutions. I'm going to breeze through these really quickly since you guys are focused more on commercial. This is our UVC Advantage. This is a really cool entry-level product that basically comes in a typical UVC lamp. You can upgrade to a PCO module. You can get a 12 or 17-inch lamp, and you do have the ability to upgrade to a T3 bulb on this as well. We'll go ahead and jump to the next. We'll skip over this one. This is going to be a great product, very easy to install. It does come with a magnet on it for easier installation purposes. You can get the T3, it does come with a T3 bulb on this. This is for plugging in multiple UVC lamps. It does come with this little power pack here that you wire into your system. So you do have the availability for 24, 110, or 240 VAC. And if you wanted to put multiple UVC lamps, you would use something like this over your coils. So go with the next. And this is for filter boxes. We do have this filter box here that it actually uses a UVA light to activate the PCO in the filter box. And then you also have the ability to add 2 UVC bulbs to go over your coils off of this filter box. So this is kind of a cool little product. go ahead and jump to the next. This is one of the products that you might run into for a commercial setting if you have a smaller office that has a system that is 5 tons. So these are good up to 5 tons. This is our UV catalyst. It does have PCO, and it does have a T3 bulb that you can get with this. It does use the PCO carbon modules. It does not emit any ozone. You do install this into the airstream. And then you also have the ability to add a 12 or a 17-inch easy light for the coils. So when you're mounting this in the airstream, you can basically plug another UVC lamp into this that you would run, then mount over the coils. So you get the benefit of treating the airstream and treating the coils with this one product. We'll go ahead and jump to the next. Now you'll see the Solaris. This is our most beefed up residential product. This product does ionization that we spoke about. This product does PCO that we spoke about. And this product does UVGI that we spoke about. And this product also has the ability to add the 12 or 17-inch easy light for the coils. So you mount this in the Airstream, and it does all 3 of those common IAQ technologies that we spoke about. Then you can mount that extra UVC lamp over the coils there, so you can treat the Airstream and the coils. So we'll go ahead and jump to the next. Portable air purifier. This is just a cool little product that I like to mention to people, especially if you have a space that has limited ductwork or you just need a little bit more air purification. This does up to 500 square feet. This is a plug and play option that you just plug into a normal wall outlet, and it does do that UVGI technology. It has a little washable filter in there. It's going to be good for small gyms. It's going to be good for dorm rooms, especially when kids start going back to school this year. It's going to be good for pet areas, offices, workshops, any of those types of situations. We'll go ahead and jump to the next. This is another product I really wanted to mention as well. You guys are in the commercial industry. As you guys know, mini splits are everywhere. Whether they're restaurants, whether they're airports, you're going to see mini splits everywhere. We do have the M series, which does perform UVGI technology in mini splits. So these 2 UVC bulbs come in 7 inches. You can use 1 or 2 depending on the application of your mini split. It does come with this little power module here. These lamps do have a 1-year bulb life on these. If people are doing their yearly PMs like they should, if you've ever taken apart one of these and have seen the blower wheel, they get extremely dirty, so people should be cleaning these out once per year anyway. So every time they clean the blower wheel out, they should be replacing the bulbs. So they can add that as part of their yearly maintenance on these. But a very cool product to mount over the coils here. Go ahead and jump to the next. Orion, we know that we mount this before the filter to get that ionization. And it's also great for PTACs and ice machines. And then just to complete the whole in-house lineup here, we do have support boxes, straight throughs, and right angles. You can paint these to the color of your equipment and have your name put on those as well. We'll go ahead and jump to the next. So commercial solutions, we're going to look at the SI, we're going to look at the AS and the 4X and the FS. So what are you solving for? That is always the big question. And we do have forms that somebody from Interstate, Greg from Interstate, can send out to you that you guys are going to fill out when you are in a commercial setting. We are going to, one of the questions we're going to ask, is there a particular virus or bacteria that you're trying to solve for? Another question we're going to ask, what is the efficiency rate that you're trying to solve for? And we need to know this so we know how many lamps that we need to recommend. We need to know where we need to put those over the coil, in the Airstream, or a combination of the both. So go ahead and jump to the next. And we also are going to need to know the sizing of the coils, sizing of the ductwork as well. So one of the things we do have, particularly for the coils, is the UV Matrix SI. So benefits of coil radiation is biogrowth prevention, allergy relief, efficiency optimization, elimination of coil cleaning as a result of biocontamination and airstream disinfection. We do put that airstream disinfection in there because we do know air passes by the coils there, so you will get a bit of airstream disinfection. It's very important to treat the coils. They basically act as petri dishes for growth. We do know coils get wet, especially when your system's running during the summer. So it is very important to treat your coils. These things act as racks, and they do expand as well. When you are installing those, you will see a control panel there in front that we do offer as an add-on for these as well. We'll go ahead and jump to the next. The next, we're looking at the UV Matrix 4X. This is going to be a great product, especially when you have limited space that you're working with. This is going to be a great product for rooftop package systems. It does have that NEMA 4X rated enclosure. The NEMA 4X basically means it's basically like a weatherproof type of enclosure. It does also give you that biogrowth prevention, allergy relief, and elimination of coil cleaning as a result of biocontamination and airstream disinfection. We'll go ahead and jump to the next. And the UV Matrix is our airstream disinfection there. So you do get improvement of indoor air quality through the reduction of airborne pathogens, allergy relief, odor reduction due to biocontamination, and it is also available with PCO photocatalyst. So with the UV Matrix AS, this is another reason we need to know the sizing of the ductwork, and we need to know at what efficiency we're trying to, or what disinfection rate we're trying to solve for as well. We need to know, do we need to overlap some of these bulbs? How many do we need in the ductwork as well? So next is the upper room. So what this is really called is the UV Matrix FS, aka upper room. You did hear me speak about this very briefly in the beginning when I was going over UVGI. All these products are doing UVGI, by the way, through UVC lamps. So the upper room is a really neat product that was very popular overseas and is getting extremely popular in the United States. It is for commercial and institutional application. It does give you upper level convection of naturally circulating room air. This can be used while people are actually in the room, which makes it really neat. And it does expose the upper regions of a room to germicidal UV light. You do need a 7-foot minimum installation height requirement. One of these will do a 225 square or 15 by 15 foot room with an 8.5 minimum ceiling height. So basically that 8.5 minimum ceiling height gives you the 7-foot minimum installation height requirement. So you don't want to install this in a room that is 10 by 10 because it can, if the room is too small, it can give discoloration to the walls. So, and you don't want somebody eye level with this because it is using UVC lamps in there. But this is a really neat product. If you're looking at the little chart there at the bottom, it shows how air is naturally circulating through the room from the top down. So some of the notable options on this is powder coat finish or stainless steel. So you do have those two options. We've also been asked if you can paint these in the field, and the answer is yes. So if you do have a situation where you're maybe in a restaurant or something like that, and you want a bunch of these to line your walls, and say the restaurant's painted black, you don't want a bunch of white boxes on the wall. You can't paint these black. So these are a couple more charts just showing the upper air radiance from the top down. You'll see how this radiates. If you're looking at the left, you'll see how it radiates out. That's why it's very important to measure the room, and you see how it kind of dissipates the further away it gets. So a lot of the times this isn't just a one and done or a one size fits all. You kind of can get an idea of how many you'll need based on the size of the room, but a lot of the times you need more than one of these especially for bigger applications. So, and then the second chart there, kind of the same thing. It shows you a top down look at it and how it kind of radiates, but it also loses intensity the further away it gets. But if you put another one in that same location, it kind of helps that. So other line reminders, real quick, we do have 521 compressor savers and surge protectors. Air Technologies is our fire and safety products. We do have fire dampers, ceiling radiation dampers, and louvers with those guys. IAQ Lab is a on-the-spot swab test. So basically, you can take this into a situation, swab a coil, and it'll tell you right then and there if there is something growing on it. It is a cool product that you can basically go into a house or a commercial situation and show somebody right there, like, hey, you have something growing on your coils. And it is a throwaway product as well. PDM is our line sets. We do have white line sets that go all the way up to 1 inch in insulation, and we do have black line sets for unitary. Red Devil is our caulks and silicones and duct sealants. And I should mention PDM is also made in America as well, and also UL verified. Thermoflex is our residential and commercial flex duct. Ultravation we went over. Vimco is our vibration isolation. Apollo/Air Products is our induct smoke detection / carbon monoxide detector. Arzel is our residential and light commercial zoning products. H2O Coil is our aftermarket coils. HCP is our metal line. Lightstar is our flashlight line, and Western is our nitrogen, oxygen, and acetylene regulators. So we are going to do a Q&A. We're going to, everybody needs to unmute themselves as they want to ask questions here.